smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Take me away. I'm okay if I got you. We don't have to stay. We can do what we want to.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. So today is going to be a good day. I am looking forward to it. We're going to do a little day in my life. I am about to go get my coffee from Dunkin' because I decided I earned it, because I have had sinus pressure problems last week. So yeah, that's how I earned it, I guess. But then we're gonna go off to school, and at school today we are working on report cards, just getting stuff into report cards and into our system. And then I also need to work on finalizing our slides for tomorrow. And then because I had Wednesday and Friday slides this week to make. If you're new here, my team and I share making slides for the week. So that's that. And then I have to just, teach the kids. So that's on the docket for today. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good day, but I also think it's going to be a busy day. If I'm being honest, I tried to film a week in my life this week, and I started on Monday and then had 3 clips, and then I gave up because I was just overwhelmed. So we're doing a day in my life, and that'll be great, but it's just really super busy this week. I also have an IEP this afternoon. So between all of the things, I will do my best to keep you updated and pick you up at different times and stuff. But I cannot promise you perfection. So let's go get my coffee and then we'll get to school. Hey friends, welcome to my husband's office. So I had my meeting, and then my IEP meeting went super duper late. It went until like, I don't know, almost 4. So by the time it was done, I had to like clean up my class quickly and then head out and get my baby. So therefore, I'm talking to you here. I just wanted to give you a little brief overview of like what we did before I like carry on with my day. So our day was really good. We had a solid day where we got a lot of learning done, and I feel like we're getting back into the swing of things with like expected behaviors, and kids are listening pretty well. Is it perfect? No. Do they blurt sometimes? Yes, but like that's also just being a person. In reading, they are working on biographies, and we're talking about how biographies have similar story elements to like a fiction story, and they also have some elements that are like nonfiction books. Like they have facts and information, but they also have character settings and then like problems and resolutions and stuff. And then most recently, we've been focusing in on how they have themes. So we just did this paper today where we read a book about Marie Curie, and we thought about what Marie Curie teaches us and how, like, what's the evidence behind how we know that. So it just says Marie Curie teaches us, and then there's a space for lesson, because, and a space for the evidence. So this student said something like, Marie Curie teaches us that women can be scientists just like men, be brave and follow your dreams. Because she left Poland to go to France to be a scientist. At that time, no women were able to be scientists in Russia. So really good stuff. And then after that, if they finished this jot, then they moved on to a word work activity. They did like pyramid words with their word study words from Words Their Way. And then they read to self. And I let them read to self-choice books because we already did like a biography activity. Then in go time, they just worked on finishing their informational books. Most of my students are done, but I have some kids who are like just doing a really nice job of adding as many details as they can and some really nice pictures and stuff. So kids worked on that. A few other kids were finishing stuff up for like report cards. And then everyone else was just doing like Epic, some fun choice things, Epic, Prodigy, IXL games, stuff like that. Then in science, we did how can you like wind-proof your house? So a mystery science lesson about weather and wind and just like natural disasters. And they're really liking the lesson so far. We just started building the house, so we'll work more through that later. I will say, if you have mystery science or if you're looking into mystery science, I really super love it because it's planned out. There's not a ton of work for you, but it is like, it takes me several days to do it just because our science block ends up being like really closer to like 20 minutes. So when you don't have a long period of time to work through the lessons, it takes like almost a whole week sometimes to get through a intended like maybe 1 day or 2 day lesson, but that's okay. That's it. That's the review. And then in math, we have gone through our exploring math unit, our multiplication unit. We did exploring, then we did expanding multiplication, and now we are doing extending multiplication. So this is finally our last multiplication unit where kids are going to focus in on multiplying like bigger numbers. But for this unit, we are going to kind of split up and, mix all of the 3rd grade classes so that we're able to differentiate for the kids who really need it. So we'll have like, a group that needs to focus more in on the basics of multiplication, because if they're learning how to multiply 2-digit numbers, like that's not going to help them if they don't really even know how to solve problems like 6 times 6. So we're going to focus on that with some students, and then like some students will get the same lesson in next lesson in the unit, but they'll just do a little bit simpler numbers perhaps. And then there will be some students, like one group, that will get like more extension work too. So that's what's to come, but we just did an entry task today in the unit to kind of see how kids do. and we'll start that next week. And we just did this little like 2-part problem where it was Dwayne has 8 boxes of books. There are 8 books in each box. How many books does Dwayne have? And then the second question was Devontae has 3 more boxes than Dwayne, also with 8 books in each box. How many books does Devontae have? And they did those. And for the most part, it went well. We just talked about like doing distributive property and so on. And then fun fact, in math, I also got a surprise pop-in, unexpected observation. And I was kind of like, I don't know, it wasn't anything fancy. I just kind of felt like it was a little boring. But I got like very good ratings, like, distinguished in eye observation, which was just very nice of my principal. If you were watching, thank you, I appreciate you. But yeah, I don't feel like I did anything crazy. Things that she pointed out was that she liked how in my number talks, students give you a thumbs up when they have an idea about if they know the answer to the question. And I try and keep it like pretty short. So I called on like 3 kids. And then after I called on 3 kids, usually other kids have ideas. So I just tell them to turn and talk and share an idea that you might have, but you didn't have a chance to share. And that usually helps get kids' ideas out. Then, so math went well. And then after they finished this paper, they just went on to IXL. Then we went into writing, and in writing, we are working on poetry. And yesterday they did poetry and they really super struggled with independence. So today I just really explicitly taught and planned and showed them the process that I was expecting them to do. And it went a million times better today. So basically they're doing acrostic poems right now. So they just had a planning page where they planned different words that they think of their, whatever their subject is, and then they just wrote their poem. So, yeah, it went really well. And then eventually we're going to pick one poem from their poetry books to publish in one of those, student treasure books. We've done that, the past 5 years of teaching. My students always super love it. So, that's very fun. And I think then after that, I had my IEP meeting, which was an hour and a half long, which was great and very productive, but long. And I wasn't able to get to all of the grading that I wanted to get to because I was in a meeting forever. So that's why I'm here updating you now. But I want to go and play with my baby and I need to go make dinner. So that's going to be it for the discussion now, but I'll probably show you a little bit of my night and then I will pick you up at the end of the day to just say bye. But there you go. That's a peek into my day as a teacher.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
All right, everyone. So that is it. That's a wrap on our day. It was a really solid day, a fun one. I am looking forward to just relaxing. I do have some like papers to upload for taxes. We do our taxes with like an accountant, and it's so worth it because I just do not have any of that in my brain space. But anyways, I need to upload some stuff, and I'm just going to watch some TV, and I'm going to text some of my friends, because if you watch my monthly reset, I am working on texting my friends more often, and I have been doing a lot better. I will be honest though, I've had some ups and downs with it because I was so inconsistent beforehand. So I had some friends that were like very honest with me of like hoping, you know, just kind of disappointed that they haven't heard from me in a while, which is reasonable. I understand that. So yeah, that has been something I've been navigating, but it's like sometimes you just need to take ownership for like areas where you've messed up, and that's just an area where I've messed up. So anyways, that's the to-do list for the rest of the night. I did think of one thing I wanted to tell you about school that I didn't get to mention because I forgot to mention it. And that was that one of my coworkers, one of my special ed teachers in like our school, who's like amazing. I love her. And she's like one of my like hype people. You know, when you have someone who just like gives you compliments all the time about your teaching and you're like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I don't know, like whenever I'm like in my EP with her or I'm in a meeting with her and she's just like, you do this so well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the best. So anyways, this teacher, she told me about how she's working on some executive functioning skills, and she's read a book about executive functioning. And one of the things that was talked about in the book was thinking about barriers in students' learning and then solutions to those barriers. So I've actually tried this twice now, and I did this once today where we just thought of the barriers in our writing block. So after we did the writing lesson and we were about to get to work, I said, okay, so we're about to go and get to independent work with writing. What are one of the barriers that we have when we are working during writing time independently? And my students said we often want to talk to our friends when we are supposed to be getting work done, and we're not being as productive, kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, that's great. So let's think of some solutions for if that happens. And so they named these solutions. The first solution was that they give a reminder to stay on task. The second solution was to move. And then the third solution was to get an adult to ask for help. So I thought that was great. It was a really good conversation. We've done the same thing with math as well. And they also, the same thing was like, it was the same barrier of type, you know, like of the whole going off to do independent work. And they just feel like they have too many off-task conversations. So similar, but not the same. Anyways, I really liked it, so I would definitely recommend you try it because I thought it was helpful and really insightful for some kids. With that said, I can't really think of much else to update you all on. Okay, you know what? I did think of a question I had for you all. I would love to hear from you all on how you keep up with positive like emails or interactions with families. I know I need to do better with it, and every year I go through this. Like there was one year where I was like, okay, I'm going to do better and after the new year, and I'm going to send emails every day. And you know, I've just like, I feel like I go through stages with knowing that I want to be better at this, but then having a hard time of actually sticking to it. So I would just love to hear if anyone has a strategy for ways that they do send back positive feedback home and, you know, all of that stuff, but do it in a way that feels quick, not too detailed, and also just doesn't add a lot to your plate, basically. So please let me know if you have an idea, because I've tried a lot of different things and they've all been good, but I just haven't been able to stick with them yet. So I need another idea to try. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going with. So now I'm gonna, like I said, watch TV and upload those tax things. I so appreciate you being here. I am at 500 plus subscribers, and I'm so thankful for you all. It's just amazing. I can't believe how much my channel's grown since August when I started it, and I'm so looking forward to seeing just where we continue to go. If you would subscribe, if you haven't already, I would so appreciate it. My goal but for the end of 2023 is to have 1,000 subscribers, but I'm really just here for the fun and the creativity of filming things and getting to connect with you all. But I do appreciate the extra support as well. So with that, if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below anything that you enjoyed, anything that you thought of, or any videos that you would like to see from me in the future. And until then, I hope that you have the best weekend, best day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.